This one from TXS. Travion Henderson or Jamison Williams in PPR?
JMO, not close for me.
Yeah, JMO plays.
Yeah, JMO plays football.
I mean, that's literally where we're at with Travion. Like, I agree with you, Matthew. You got to see it. Let's move over to the pass catchers then. DJ Moore against the Cowboys. DJ Moore is outside the top 50 wide receivers in points per game through 2 weeks. It has been the Rome Odunze show so far, Matthew, in Chicago.
Yeah, but I'm still going to keep it open because you had me at Dallas. I mean, they made Wan'Dale Robinson a thing last week, for the love of God, right? I mean, they've allowed more yards and the highest catch rate to wide receivers than any other team in the NFL this season. You can throw on Dallas, and I do think while Odunze has been awesome, when you're a quarterback in the NFL, it's a little bit like me, right? And I'll explain how. When you are the head of something, when you're the quarterback of the team or the quarterback of this show, you got to keep all your diva wide receivers happy. And so there'll be weeks where Jay just absolutely crushes, right? And he's getting the rock and he's just absolutely. And then Connor, Connor reads all the press and he says, whoa, everyone loving Jay. Well, Jay's the number one. And so then I'm like, all right, let me get Connor. Let me throw Connor some a couple of bones here and let him, talk
like
and that
job.
kind of stuff. Exactly. So it's just, that's the idea. Is that I do think after all, and then you're like, oh, Lawrence is feeling bad. And then, all right, Lawrence, get in here. Like, we got to give Lawrence some love. So you're dealing with a lot of egos. And I just feel like after all the positive and deservedly so press around Rome Odunze becoming the number one, it's not like DJ Moore has been left for dead. It's not like DJ Moore can't play football anymore. I believe that Caleb Williams will make a point to get him the rock this week because of all the attention on how Odunze has blown up and DJ Moore has a slow start to the season.
Yeah, great comparison, great analogy, Matthew. You are a lot like Spencer Rattler. You are a lot. I've always said that.
Very
DJ Moore.
Ratty Ice?
Yes, Matty Ice.
Yes. Matty Ice, Ratty Ice. Yeah, sure.
Mattler.
I think the original
with
Mattler.
DJ Moore, you still have to regress. 1, to preseason expectations where he was being taken as like a 5th-round pick or so. And then 2, this guy's still, same guy who used to put up, 1,150-yard receiving seasons for fun with bad quarterbacks. Yeah. Like, the talent is still there. This is week 3 in a new offensive system. I think there's just a ton of growing pains. It's as favorable a matchup as possible, which still makes me very concerned about the Eagles and the fact that they weren't able to do anything through the air against the Cowboys. But Russell Wilson just had 1,000,000 yards and looked like 2015 Russell Wilson against this defense. So I think that if ever there is a spot to get right, here's the thing: if he doesn't do anything against Dallas, then we just can't play him. But we'll see. Give him another week.
By the way, through 2 weeks, the Bears are a bottom 10 defense. My point being is that Dallas should be able to move the ball easily against the Bears, and so game script should be, favorable. Again, 50.5 over/under. Like, we're expecting a lot of points in this one, Connor. Is there anything from the tape that you've seen that DJ Moore looks like he's lost a step?
There's definitely, I think the combo I see with Bears is the Bears fans right now is that when things don't go right early, he doesn't look as into the game when they're in close scripts. And that's something that the coaches will know whether that or not, or if he's involved in a play. I obviously am not going to sit DJ Moore in this scenario. I think this matchup is ready for both receivers to feast on. Dallas has been hurt in the secondary. They've been bad in the secondary. On the flip side, the Bears, they've been hurt in the secondary and bad in the secondary. A 50.5 point total is high. This one has a very good chance of hitting the over.
Yeah.
So you're not sitting DJ Moore. There's too many bad matchups this week to sit DJ Moore.
Correct.
And maybe, Matthew, they do kind of do the old squeaky wheel effect. A couple screens for DJ Moore, shallow crosser. Just get him going with the ball in his hands. Get him involved in the game early. Yeah. Our next receiver.
Jay, but you just see there. You see how I just, I kind of like, all right, let me just get a bubble screen here to Connor, ask him a question.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be worried about the DJ Moore checking out.
Yeah, exactly. You've seen that before. Like, the show's not going well and Connor's just on his phone. He's figuring out the next taping of Badlands.
I hang out with the regulars instead. I start getting in the chat.
Yeah,
hey, guys, I'll talk to you guys instead.
Exactly.
Connor needs to touch the rock. Needs to feel the leather.
I do.
He's a leather daddy.
That's right. Leather daddy time. Yep.
Got to get him early in the show. Yeah.
Somebody who did not touch the rock much in week 2. He didn't need to. Keon Coleman of the Bills. The Bills didn't need to throw in this game. It was simple as that. That's how Keon Coleman ends up with 5.6 points in week 2 after a big week 1. Could that happen again, Jay, against Miami in week 2?
Thing is he only needs one against the Dolphins' defense that is prone to breakdowns. I think this Bills team, I think what's going to happen, I think they're going to go like 14-3 and get a 1 seed. And I think everyone on the team is going to be slightly underwhelming from a fantasy perspective except for James Cook. Because I think this team is just going to have the lead so much. I think they're so dominant. They have such an easy schedule. They're 12.5 point favorites. This is a team that doesn't really care that much about the regular season because now they have a path to, they just want to win the Super Bowl. That is what matters for Buffalo. So I don't think they're going to have Josh Allen dropping back 42 times a game and putting up 4,500 passing yards. I think that it's going to be a run-heavy offense. At the same time, Keon Coleman, like, this is as good a matchup as you can hope for against the broken Dolphins team, a broken Dolphins secondary, and he still is the most targeted wide receiver on the team.
For sure. He leads the Bills in both target share and route participation. He's running over 80% of the routes. And the Dolphins have given up 3 touchdowns in the first 2 games. It's tied for 3rd most in the NFL. Again, they're traveling on a short week. To your point, they didn't need to throw that much. They did need to throw a lot. If there's one downside here, it's that or one kind of like, hang on for a minute, it's that they didn't throw in week 2, and I agree with your assessment that they have such an easy schedule that there's going to be a lot more game scripts like that where they just don't need to do anything. But also week 1, they had to make a crazy comeback, and the majority of Keon Coleman's work came in the 4th quarter when they made that furious comeback against the Ravens, and so we haven't seen a normal game through 2 weeks with the Bills. I'm at wide receiver 36. I'm keeping it open, but again, he's a wide receiver 4. To your point, he only needs 1. He's running a ton of routes, and I think Miami is bad enough that Coleman will get one, but he's not without risk this week.
Yeah, the thing is like they've still got 5 more games against the AFC East, and next week they play the Saints. So there's just going to be a ton, I think, of these games that resemble last week's against the Jets.
Cactus Jake says Keon Coleman or Ricky Pearsall in PPR.
Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, I'd go with Pearsall as well.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.